You're not lazy, you're not broken, and you don't lack discipline. Yet somehow you can scroll for an hour without effort, but focusing for 10 minutes feels exhausting. This isn't a personal failure. It's a mismatch between how your brain evolved and how the modern world rewards it. Let's slow this down. The illusion of choice. When you scroll, it feels like a choice, but your brain experiences it differently. Every swipe delivers something uncertain. A post, a message, a video, a reaction. That uncertainty matters. Your brain isn't addicted to content, it's addicted to anticipation. This is the same mechanism used in slot machines. Not constant reward, variable reward. Sometimes the next swipe is boring, sometimes it's interesting, sometimes it's exciting. That unpredictability keeps your brain engaged without demanding effort. Why scrolling feels easy? Scrolling doesn't ask you to commit. There's no friction, no delay, no cost. Your brain gets fast feedback, low effort, instant novelty. That combination releases dopamine, not because it's meaningful, but because it's immediate. Dopamine isn't a pleasure chemical. It's a motivation signal. It tells your brain, keep going. This might be useful. And scrolling constantly whispers that message. Why focus feels hard now? Compare that to focus. Real focus asks for sustained attention, delayed reward, uncertainty without feedback. When you sit down to work, study, or think deeply, nothing happens immediately. No notification, no reaction, no confirmation. Your brain doesn't feel rewarded yet. It feels deprived. So it looks for escape. Not because you're weak, but because dopamine drops when stimulation drops. This is the part most people misunderstand. The dopamine mismatch. Your brain adapted in an environment where effort usually led to survival rewards were slow, but meaningful stimulation was rare. Modern systems flip that. Now, stimulation is constant rewards or instant effort is optional. So your brain starts expecting high stimulation for low effort. When you remove stimulation, like when you try to focus, your brain interprets it as something being wrong. It's not boredom, it's withdrawal. Why willpower keeps failing? Most advice tells you to be disciplined, but discipline assumes equal reward systems. They're not equal. Scrolling gives immediate dopamine, constant novelty, zero friction. Focus gives delayed dopamine, effort without feedback, cognitive strain. That's not a fair fight. Willpower works best when reward timing is balanced. In this case, it isn't. So relying on willpower alone is like trying to outrun gravity. The attention trap. There's another layer. Scrolling trains your brain to expect change every few seconds. Your attention becomes reactive. You stop choosing what to focus on. You respond to what appears. Over time, this rewires your baseline. 10 minutes of stillness starts feeling unbearable. Not because it is, but because your brain lost tolerance for it. Silence becomes uncomfortable. Slowness feels threatening. This isn't about quitting everything. Here's where people overcorrect. They delete apps. They shame themselves. They try digital detoxes. That rarely lasts. The goal isn't to eliminate stimulation, it's to retrain contrast. Your brain needs to relearn that. Low stimulation doesn't mean danger effort, doesn't mean punishment. Delay doesn't mean failure. That takes design, not motivation. What actually helps without preaching? First, reduce frictionless access, not usage. If scrolling requires even a small pause, the loop weakens. Second, shorten focus windows. Your brain resists 10 minutes because it expects discomfort. Start with less, but complete it fully. Completion rebuilds trust. Third, separate stimulation and recovery. Most people scroll to rest, but it doesn't restore attention. It fragments it. Real recovery is low input, not high novelty. And finally, stop treating focus as productivity. Focus is a skill that decays without practice, and skills don't respond to shame. The real shift. The moment you understand this, something changes. You stop asking, "What's wrong with me?" and start asking, What system am I training my brain in? Because your brain always adapts to the rewards you give it. Scrolling isn't winning because it's evil. It's winning because it's designed for how your brain already works. Once you see that, you stop fighting yourself and start redesigning the game. Subscribe to the Brain Map for Psychology that explains behavior without blaming you for it.